Choppy sound. Yeah, it's working. Looks like. Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga. No sound. No sound. Okay, let's see. Hare Krishna. It says it's got sound. Gauranga. Gauranga. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hey Ranga, Lalita, welcome. Hare Krishna. Okay, we got sound. Everything's back. Okay, good sound. All right. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada. Good morning there, Ranga. It's the way we get to get Ranga on here. We just bring him to Turkey. It's the best way, man. The way he comes on. Best decision you ever made to go to Turkey. Go Ranga, go Ranga, Nityananda, go Ranga. What a nice family. Yes, it's becoming a happy family now, isn't it? Now, happy in the Lord. The Lord's really real, man. It's true. Yeah. Go Ranga, go Ranga. He's accessible by vibration. See? By the vibration of devotees. That's the only access to the Lord, man, is the vibration of devotees. Gauranga. Devotee vibration is very, very Powerful. Gauranga, Gauranga. Secret of success vibration. Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Devotees, they carry the God vibration. See, very rare. Okay? Lifts you above all of all the world. Lifts you above the world. Like Varaha lifted the world out of the water. That's the sound of the Lord's names. From the devotees chanted, it lifts you above the world vibration. He lifts the world out of the water of Maya. It's like we call Varaha. He just comes in with his tusks and lifts us up. Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. Gauranga, Gauranga. Yes, Hare Krishna has it right. God lives in the loving praise of his people. See? His, people, those who are connected, have that mercy. Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, Gauranga, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya, oh my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Oh, Krishna. Krishna, 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 hey, Krishna, Krishna, hey, Krishna, Krishna, hey. Hey, Krishna, hey, Krishna, 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 hey. Hey, Krishna, hey, Krishna, 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 hey. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. 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 Amazing. Pure madness. I love it. I love it. I love it. Pure, isn't it? Pure madness. You gotta have pure madness. Pure madness. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Oh my Lord Shri Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh boy. Hare Krishna. Krishna is showing me how he sees things. Oh, it's amazing. Everybody is his servant. Everybody. Even Fauci, even Bill Gates. Yeah, all of them. All the fighters in the ring. It's just the theater. It's just the theater. You know? They're all in the ring fighting. The good guys and the bad guys. The Lord is the culprit behind it all. He's got a plan. It's got a plan. Big one, man. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Yeah, good cop, bad cop type thing. We'll take a little break from the intense ecstasy here. It can only take so much. Yeah, everybody's his servant. It's really amazing. Yeah, and it's all training. You know, it's all training. It's like little babies learning to walk. You know, and because it's our nature to worship. You know, to worship somebody, to worship God actually. And so not everybody's intelligent. They're all in these different modes. And so the Lord, he says, I'm all paths are like pearls on a string. See, he's that, his string of pearls he's wearing on his neck. See, and these paths, everybody's on it. See, and so some people they're worshiping in the low modes of nature. You know, like even the demons, they're doing sacrifices. You know, they're into that. They're into ritual. They're into sacrifices. They do. It's horrible stuff. I mean, it's what it's called a mode of ignorance, man. You know, it's really dark stuff. But they're also worshiping, and it's a training. Eventually, they'll work themselves way up to the mode of goodness and do the. You're worshiping Vishnu actually, even though you may have different deities there, but you're worshiping, on the level of goodness. Your heart is more purified. See, so you're working your way up. It may take a long time, or you may stay in the mode of ignorance almost eternally. It seems like, because you may go through one, you sucked up into Vishnu, and then you're in there for a while. Then he just spits you out through his pores, like excrement. When you sweat, stuff comes out. Yeah, that's us. Polluted. The pollution comes out. Is the living beings that are polluted, man. We come out of the pores just like we sweat. The pollution comes out of our pores when you sweat. I guess. I mean, this just came to me just now, this second. Sounds right to me. It makes sense. We're just sweat. Pollution, because we're all polluted down here, man. So yeah, who knows how many times in and out? It's a long, long duration. But when you get this knowledge, see, this is beautiful because you make connection here. And if you get attracted to hearing these talks, you're very lucky in a submissive way, because that's the good news. Because the good news is, if somehow is received, if you just get it, and it goes in, and because this is what lifts you out of ignorance, is the clear knowledge that comes from the devotees who worship. Sorry to say it again, Bhagavad Gita 10:10, who worship the Lord in loving ecstasy. See, that knowledge, see, that understanding lifts the world out of the water of Maya. See, that's being saved. Oh wow, God is here. We actually don't have to have some guy with a beard and long hair come in a cloud. See? The cloud of mercy is here. All people have to do. You want to be saved? You don't have to wait, man. Just come over here and hear, because I'm also saved. The Lord comes. It's just like Lord Brahma. Oh, sorry, Govinda. There you go. It's just like Varaha. You become like that. The Lord comes out as an incarnation. In His name now. So we're all here to the Lord comes out in the form of His name, that vibration, and people who come and appreciate it. See, they're lifted out of this Maya very easily. Yeah, I mean, this is becoming more and more clear how it works. See, people always just come and be lifted out. Otherwise, it's so hard to get out. This is what Jesus meant. If those who come in the door become the shepherd of the sheep, because they just say, "Hey, come in the door, come in the door." You know where the door is. You went through the door. You experience and become a witness of the door. The door is the association of those who chant God's name in the way that manifests the Lord in one's life, where you feel relationship now, transcendental relationship. That's simple, and that's why Jesus said, I'm the door. See, the door is the sound vibration chanted, the word chanted by the devotee. In the beginning was the word. In the beginning of your spiritual life is the word. See, in the beginning of your material life is also the word. The words of the lesser servants who have lesser intelligence in the various modes of nature. See, so you're very fortunate if you meet the deliverer who basically chants the God vibration. See, manifest God, the God's energy. God's energy is pure and purifying. It's wonderful. This is this is the idea of taking shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. You take shelter of that vibration chanted by His dear servants. See? And that vibration lifts you out of the illusion. See, the Lord and His devotee, very intimate, very like two peas in a pod. See, conscious of each other, and see, and they're very powerful together. See, and that's how you become a devotee. That's why you guys become as good as your guru here, because you're lifted into that state. See, that way. That's why it's only one way to get this. Only one way is connecting with the devotees who are there. In that state of having the biggest ally, the biggest friend you can ever have, the Lord. See, and they work together as a team. Like they're the Marvel superhero. See, Marvel superheroes. The superheroes have different powers and everything. People come in here, you'll also have different powers and weapons to deliver the conditioned souls. See, our weapons, they give life, not death. See, the weapons in the world are the opposite. They give death and we give life. Our weapons give life. Weapons of the holy name. See, destroy your ignorance and your Maya. That ain't a bad deal, huh? Lift the consciousness. People, it could be in any mode of nature. Whoever comes here and appreciates what we do and listens to this vibration, that's all you have to do. And appreciates the devotees, you'll just be lifted and purified out of this whole situation. Pretty simple path, huh? See, this all comes from chanting in ecstasy. See, and that's the great treasure you get here. That's the wealth. I don't have much of anything really to give anybody except this. To me, this is my treasure. To me, this is my wealth. Yeah, it's perfect in every way. Even I told you, I mentioned yesterday, I was kind of in a got myself in a bad situation. It was almost like it was Krishna's will. It was just out of the blue. Something happened, and I felt fear. I felt like, oh my God, everything could fall apart. And I thought, okay, Gopinath Patanayaka pastime. What did he do? He was ready to be thrown at the Chunga, right? All he did was chant Hare Krishna through the whole thing, and the Lord was very pleased. What was he doing, Gopinath? Oh, he's just chanting your name. Not to get out of this, just to take shelter of you. Just like people realize, oh Lord, thank you for the opportunity. Whatever happens, happens. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I did that. I loved it, man. It was so great and everything. And all of a sudden, just out of this, I mean, I said, Lord, whatever you want. You want me to suffer, you want me to, everything. It's up to you. I'm just going to take shelter of you just because I love to do it. Thank you for being the Queen Kunti thing, because you get, so sometimes your devotee gets in a little trouble and they turn to you and you come, and that's all. And it was great, man. Just wonderful, you know. I even thanked person's giving me the problem. I said, "Thank you very much. I really appreciate what you're doing." I can't believe there's no way unless you have God in your life, you cannot be like that. And so, in all ways, the Lord shows me, just take shelter of me, in happiness and distress. You know, it's so amazing. I love this path. I love sharing this path. Thank you, Lord. I mean, I can't believe it. Who is Gorhart? A guy in a t-shirt, nobody, nothing, you know, with something to give. That is a real contribution to this world, working for the welfare of others, just to give that thing that is, that most people don't even know exists. We're not very clear about it, like Christians and Muslims. They're not, and Vaishnavas. They're still not very clear about who they worship. And this adds the cherry on the top of the cake, man. This just finishes it. This shows even the demons. Everything they're looking for in that external way is actually here for them also. All the immortality is here. It's not in putting into all these dystopian things. This stuff doesn't work. It never did. This is, like some of these people, they have intelligence, like this Yuval guy. He's kind of a brilliant guy, but he works for the WEF, and they're just, just a dystopian, distorted mentality. They think the control they're looking for is to control the resources in this world. And they look at people as a resource. See? But they don't know. You can take all the people and use them as batteries, which is the matrix idea. Use everybody like a battery. Take all of them in all the universes will not add up to tapping into the source of all of those batteries. That's how good it and it's so clean. The energy, talk about clean energy, pure energy. This is purest of the pure, the Lord. He's the purest of pure. He's the most powerful of all powerful. And you tap into that. Oh wow, there's no need to. Why should the Lord is in control of all this? Yeah, let people know about where to tap into. Because otherwise you can tap into use everybody as a battery here, like in the Matrix movie. Everybody is a battery for the AI. See? And you'll just need more and more batteries because there's not enough to make you fulfilled. This was Hiranyakashipu wanted to use the whole universe as a battery. He conquered the whole thing. He was still not satisfied. See, that's why you got to meet the devotees, everybody, demons and demigods. Then the lion will lie down with the lamb. See, because they all benefit. Oh, really? You mean just tap into the source and you just go through the door? Those who have tapped into the source, and then I'm fulfilled. Yeah, this is what you've been looking for externally, as a body, which you're really not. You'll never find it as a body, identifying as a body, as a mind even. See? Yeah. The source is the abode of the essence of all intelligence. See, this is what we're preaching here is the clarification of what St. Paul realized and Jesus realized. They realize that the intelligence of man, even the most brilliant of them, is just fool's play to God. It's just foolishness to the Lord. This is we get the Lord's intelligence here and share that with the world, and it's astounding. See, because it's the essence of everything. It's pure, it's purifying, it's perfect. Even though I'm nothing. See, but just from Bhagavad Gita 10:10, by some good fortune, I'm worshiping the Lord and I'm laughing and crying, which everybody thinks is crazy practically in the world. But that's the absolute truth. And I'm encouraged because Lord Caitanya did that before me. Nityananda did that before me. See, before me. See, literally, before me. Even though it's in the book, still he did it before me. See, if he didn't do it before me and show me that, I would think I was nuts, just like he thought he would start to build. Maybe I'm crazy like everybody says. Until somebody came before him that was also an ecstatic devotee, Srivas Thakur. Ho ho! And he said, ho ho! I wish I was so ecstatic like that. That's love of Krishna, the highest goal of life. So hey man, he told Sachi Devi, who never saw that kind of ecstasy either. Matter of fact, after she got schooled in it, like we school people, she also begged for it. That wasn't released in this world until the Lord released it. Until people started to think, oh, okay, wow, that's really powerful. Wow, that's really amazing. Oh, look at that happy. That's real happiness. Yeah, we want that too. One by one, all the devotees came. Just like everybody, if they want, they want God's happiness. You have to do that. You have to come to the devotees and say, hey, that's how even the good people and the demigods get over their arrogance. They also have to come. This was done 550 years ago. This is a reenactment of that play. An ever fresh reenactment of that story. It's a living story. Everybody gets the same opportunity. These big sannyasis, these big aristocratic Brahmins and gurus, they all had to go to the simplest devotees who had the special mercy of Lord Caitanya, the stuff that we show here every day. That mercy, that same thing that nobody sees. It's just in the story, therefore they still don't see it till it has to be living before them. It has to be a reenactment of that ever fresh, eternal play of Lord Caitanya. See, play. It's playfully delivered here. In Vrindavan style. Mm. Amazing grace, how sweet you are. Forgot how it goes. When I talk to my psychologist, next week, saying I feel better, I'm back in the Sangha, she won't be surprised. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, God, this is, of course there's a little purification because that's our contamination. It's like going to the dentist here, you got rotten teeth. The dentist takes the rotten teeth out and then puts in new teeth. See, that's just a simile of what goes on here. Take the rotten teeth, come out, a little bit of pinching here, and then you get new teeth. But these last forever. These teeth, they're not the temporary things. And they got to screw in, Yeah, new teeth, man, to chant the holy name in ecstatic love and share that vibration with the world. Whoo. Let's see. What, see, River was reading some amazing stuff. Was that Prayers of Queen Kunti? And yeah, Prayers of Queen Kunti. Yeah, where is that in the Bhagavatam? What canto and all that?
Canto 1, Chapter 8.
Okay. Oh, Chapter 8. Oh, Canto 1. Oh, great. I'm glad you're just still in Canto 1. Good. There's a lot in Canto 1, man. Chapter 8. Prayers of Queen Kunti.
Queen Kunti.
Right.
And Parikshit.
Yeah, let me read now. Let's start reading some of that too. See, this ever fresh. Yeah, you can repeat it over again, and new understanding comes. It's a wonderful way to live in this world. See, this is a lifestyle of devotees. This is the lifestyle the devotees had 500. You know you're in the right path because we're doing you. What you read now is what they were doing. They would get together like this and talk about Krishna and Krishna's pastimes and truths and all of this stuff. And they loved it, and the world was the same thing. Even like the also the student community didn't come, just like now. Right now they're not coming, but they will come because this is purifying the whole universe, just like it was then. We got the same potency. That's what's here now. That otherwise this garden would not grow unless this potency was here also. Okay? This is real Bhakti Lata Beige here. The what I didn't see anywhere else. See, everybody needs to take advantage of this if you want this. If a lot of people, they're coming to Krishna. So many millions of people, they want Krishna and they're getting some realization. But this is the cherry on top of the cake. Okay? This is where you'll really feel Krishna intimately. You'll know his mind. Okay? You'll know his understanding. That's what it's all about. See, he gives that understanding, which he's giving himself. Himself is that understanding. Himself is that real knowledge. See, that's Bhagavatam. That's the book, is the word of God. And when it's spoken by the devotee who has this intimate relationship, it liberates people fast. Otherwise, it's more slow. It's just like you go take your bath in the Ganges, you see the deities, and you read the book. The book isn't talking to you. People coming here, you get to the point where you get the ability of the Lord is talking to you. See, the Lord begins to talk to you. Let's try this here. See if this works. Yeah. See, the Lord will speak to you, and you feel it because many are already at that level, and it's wonderful, and that's why you don't want to give it up, because now you found your friend. Now you know what the Holy Spirit is that the Christians are talking about. See, and with more clarity too, with more knowledge and information, because Lord Caitanya is the latest incarnation. So Christians, if anybody gets proper intelligence, the Lord will show you that, and you will also, if you heard, just like Jesus said, if you heard from me, if people heard from me, they'll hear from you. See, it's progressive. See, and same thing, if you heard from Jesus and you've heard from Paul sometime in this life or another life, or you heard from a real follower of them, really, really heard, you'll see, just like I saw, that this was the progressive step to understanding even Jesus better. See? Because what is it? What is this word? I look at the Bible, and I proved it already. You get deeper revelation and realization. So it must be on the foundation of Christ. Same thing with Lord Caitanya and Radha Krishna. I get deeper revelation and realization. Must be on the foundation of Lord Caitanya. They must be a family, huh? Must be connected. Amy Rose, amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Yeah, if you don't consider how sweet the sound, see, sound, sound, sound. That amazing grace comes through sound, the sound of those who've been saved. The sound. That's why you see devotees who didn't understand Prabhupada's books very well. Now they come here and they do, because they got the sound behind the book. See, by the action of the book, Bhagavad, and the devotee Bhagavad. See, there you go. I repeat it again. I love it. See, the truth, the Lord loves to hear. Just tell the truth, man. I want to hear it. Say it again and again. It's like that, in Queen Lalita was reading that a lot, where Rukmini says to Krishna, you don't know how I feel, man. You can't understand that unless you come in the mood of Radha. You cannot understand why your lotus feet are more important to me than you are. His person just coming there. She liked to hear his word. Just let me hear that vibration that you speak, man. Oh, man, I love that. Yeah. You will not understand this unless you come like her and you chant that sound vibration like she does. See, and relish that name, taking shelter of that name like I do and like she does. Yeah, exactly there, Harry. Harry Krishna. What a great name. I love that name, Harry Krishna. Like Krishna with a lot of hair. Yeah. Okay, let's start here. Prayers by Queen Kuti, Chapter 8. First canto. Sutta Goswami said, thereafter the Pandavas, desiring to deliver water to the dead relatives who had desired it, went to the Ganges with Draupadi. The ladies walked in front. See, that's the ritual. See, that's the external. See, deliver water to the dead relatives. See, you know how a devotee sees that now? Well, not just any devotee, but devotees who chant the holy name in great extent. They say, oh, look at this. Look at what they're really saying. You want to know what they're really saying? See, unless the Vaidis come here and the Catholics who are into the rituals of the dry wafer and the grape juice, unless you come here, you can't understand what's behind the ritual, what the ritual is trying to teach you. The external ritual is an internal principle of deliverance. See, the Pandavas are real devotees. They go to the Ganges to deliver water to the dead relatives. That's everybody. My relatives most of them are dead. Everyone in this world is my relative, but they're dead. They're corpses. Everyone is your relative also. And you can see when you get awakened that they're pretty much dead in the modes. You got to deliver water to them, right? What is the water, man? The water is this emotion, divine emotion. You look in the tarot cards, look at it. They talk about the water symbolizes emotion. Yeah, you need divine emotion. You need the Holy Spirit. You need this ecstatic worship. Didn't Lord Caitanya, wasn't his main thing is bring the devotion, man? What did Jesus bring? Bring the devotion. Bring the water to your dead relatives out there. That's practically everybody. Resurrect these walking corpses. The living dead. Walking dead.
Can you hear me? Now?
Yeah, go ahead. What?
It's very funny, just shortly. Slang for dead is brown bread. It's amazing, isn't it? Because therein is life. Brown bread.
Yeah, brown bread. They're eating brown bread. You need to eat the blackened bread from Vrindavan. Yeah. Dear Gurudev, I now talk with and write with friends. I really wonder which words I'm using. Some I did not even know before. It's so amazing to me that my Lord is using me as his flute. See, that's what it's about. You become as good as your guru. See, but in the right way, not like in false ego way. Oh, I'm as good as Guru Haridas. I got so usurp the mercy. Yeah, no, you become the right way, the purified way. See, and then the Lord uses it, and it's amazing. You see, wow, Lord is using me. Because you come to deliver water to your dead relatives, and then even your friends and your family get that water. Even though they at first don't like it, because they're, contamination. It's like Kalyas has been contaminated in the water, of the Sahari Kata, this that symbolizes you contaminated by the water of those still contaminated. See, so you need the pure water. Pure water is the awakening of the divine emotion. See, this purifies us. That's how the Lord says He's the gardener. That's the gardener in your heart. Oh, great. I'm glad you feel the rounds. You chant. It's important. Okay, we're back here. Having lamented over them sufficiently, offered Ganges water, they bathed in the Ganges. See, everything is, you can see that what's behind the symbol, what's behind the code. See, after lamenting over them. See, the devotees, they lament too. When they cry for Krishna, they're lamenting over them, in a sense, but it's not painful. See, you deliver people in a happy mood. Even though you're lamenting, right? Oh, Krishna, Krishna, ecstatically worshiping the tears, and then people look at you, they go, oh, that poor guy, oh, you must be feeling some sadness. But you're lamenting in ecstasy, delivering the water. See, the water from your eyes, man, that's the water the world needs. They need to see that water and realize, oh, you mean I can have some of that water? Huh? Yeah. That's what you get here. How would you devotees out there like to worship God with tears, where your eye sockets are the conch and your heart is the flame, the passion of the gopis? Oh, dispassionately worshiping the Lord in great enthusiasm. Yeah, live a life of benediction and blessing, like here. We got a gift to give the world, right? Where see all this lamentation, Gohari's been doing over the world. I didn't even think I was doing. I was just lamenting, But the dead relatives are coming to life. Look, we got like 16 dead relatives here coming to life. You're not dead anymore. You're alive now, alive in the Word. See, this word gives life. How would you like, God, Bill Gates and all you, even you little demons there, how would you like, you see, their words give death, doesn't it? Yeah. If you believe in their words, you die or you get sick because they're hypocritical. I mean, no offense to Bill Gates. I mean, I know you're on the deepest level, you're serving the Lord's purpose, but you're still giving death to people. But these words give life. They give life to you. They give direction. Everybody wants it. Why wouldn't you want to give life? Then there's no need to depopulate anybody because everybody is already depopulated. It's already, this place is pretty empty, actually. A devotee sees, the world is empty and meaningless. They put meaning, they put genesis in life. You're like a world. Everybody's a world. And they speak that word of life into people. And they become, the genesis happens and the new life awakens. Where do these words come from, Lalita? I can't speak words like this. I can't. No, how can you speak conceptions that have never been heard before? This is impossible. Must be God. He does the impossible. The impossible becomes possible. Yeah. Isn't this amazing how this internet, that's why you see, when you see from this level, you see everybody serving the Lord. I take that all these people, they built all this stuff and they think that it's going to be used to dystopian control everybody, and this thing. No, it's just, this is perfect use. Look, we're in the same room, aren't we? Yeah. Can you tell the difference between the room that Tom is in and Govinda, and they're all in the same room? This is the technology. This is how it's to be used, and all in the same room doing what? Hearing the absolute truth spoken from the heart and chanting and then worshiping God in ecstasy before the whole world. I mean, 16 other people are watching. Maybe people watch the replays. You know, see, and hearing content. See, this is real content. This content is not being expressed in the world. In the world, nobody's got this content really, except here, as far as I can see. Everything is speculative content or content about the temporary world and the fight that's going on in the world now, the good against the bad. And it's so funny. After a while, you can't even figure out who's good and who's bad. You know. There's so many lies being tossed around and they're manipulated. After a while, you just throw your hands up and say, I don't know who to trust. Well, I know who I can trust now. I trust the word. I trust the vibration. I trust the name of Krishna that awakens devotion. This is trustworthy, and we show it, man. Otherwise, I find no other sound vibration, no other talk, no other concept or conceptions are trustworthy, especially now. So everybody, if you're having a hard time trusting somebody or something or some ideas, which you should, if you're starting to wake up, you should start to see, it's hard to find anybody that's worthy of trust. Because everybody's speaking about the illusion. Even these people that can see about what's going on in the mode of ignorance and passion, they also they wonder, well, where do I take shelter? Because they're miserable. I'm seeing some of these very bright guys. If they came here, they would feel satisfied because they don't know where to go. They're thinking still like a little bit like the demons. They think if we can we as the batteries can do so. If we get together, then we can overcome this evil. See, and the ones on the other side are thinking, well, if we get everybody, all the resources together under our control, then we can overcome that. See, this is a theatrical fight, see, which causes misery for everybody. See, but those are the threefold miseries. And you see, Bhagavad Gita explains the threefold miseries, what they are: miseries of the body, of the mind, and emotions, miseries of other living entities, and miseries of the demigods and nature and all that. That is overcome just by the real word of God. See, the real word of God is God. His name is Him. And when you get that vibration chanted from one who knows that and feels that and demonstrates that before you, like if you listen long enough, you'll get real knowledge and you say, oh, wow, that's what I was looking. That really confirms everything here. See, you're lifted into that above all of the illusion. You could see the play of the demigods and the demons, the play of liberation, and the people that are speaking in terms that is the highest truth. See, everybody's looking for the highest truth or think they have it. The highest truth is to control the world, get all the money in the world, be dominant. Stuff like, that's not the highest truth is this. The highest truth is to get control of God. See, that source, that unlimited source, unlimited energy, unlimited battery, never runs out of juice. Okay? And then you give life to the planet. You give life to the dead. You give life to those people you think are useless eaters because they get the life and then they connect with that source also and become used by the Lord. The Lord gives genesis and creates something new and wonderful and contributes to the life of the world. This is where it's all going. See, it's like that story. See, everything's in the Bhagavatam. See, demons and demigods are used to churn the ocean of milk, right? In the ocean there. See? And they're churning and churning. And the churning, Vishnu is there. He's the turtle, on the back of the turtle. See, they're being used to churn. See, and the different things come up from that churning. And the Lord instructed, don't grab at all these things. Don't grab at that. Don't touch that. See? And so the churning goes on. And so anyway, what comes ultimately is the devotional understanding. And that's what's coming here. That's what this is all about. This is churning. The demigods and demons are churning big time. We're at that kind of a crisis, crescendo. See, this is the crescendo. This is what the demons have been waiting for. 2020, it started. See, they're churning, and we're churning the ocean of devotion here. See, with preaching pure devotional conceptions, chanting the holy name in ecstatic devotion. This is churning. See, we don't need to use the demons and the demigods and to churn with them like that. We're churning by harikatha, discussing Krishna, chanting Krishna's holy names. What comes out of this is nectar, bliss, genesis of new life for people. This is the new world order. Can you imagine? Do you think, come on, man, everybody's looking for the best thing. If people apply their intelligence, like that Uriel guy, he gives advice to Carl Schwab. If he applied his intelligence to the mercy of Lord Caitanya, he would find it wonderful. Same thing. If anybody applies their intelligence to the mercy, in ISKCON, if Acharya Dev applied his mercy to his intelligence that he's developed already, to the mercy of Lord Caitanya, he would also find it wonderful. Everybody would. Why wouldn't you? When you find the source of everything, why wouldn't you find it wonderful? It's what we're all looking for in all these different ways, looking for love in all the wrong places. See, except here. Because here we found it. Many of us have found it here already. See, this is the right place because we found it. And so when you find the treasure, well, then you can direct people. Hey, man, we found the treasure. We know the path. We're delivered. We're here to, deliver others. We deliver you the word. We deliver you the right direction. Yeah. If anybody, don't go here, don't go here. Don't go to the gurus who are, teaching you with lesser intelligence, lesser understanding, because they're not Bhagavad Gita 10:10. I have to preach like this. I have to tell you the truth, distinguished from the lesser truth or the lesser. I can't say it's not. It's everything is a lie until you get the truth. The truth is reality. See, reality is go to the devotees who have attained the mercy of the Lord. That's reality. If anybody's teaching anything else or any other path, it's lesser and it's going to take you longer. That's why it takes longer. That's why the devotees purify more than go to a holy place. You still can be misdirected in holy places. There are many false teachers and many dacoits in robes even. They take everything you got and can't give you anything. Or lesser understanding, thinking, well, I'm in the real line, but I'm not in the real line because I can't manifest the real line. I cannot manifest self-realization, what it is. See, so that's a lie. There's all lies everywhere, all the way up into religion. Even into liberation. You go to a person liberated, speak, this is the ultimate truth. I'm sorry, that's still a lie. It isn't. It is and it isn't. It is that everything is the Lord. Even the liberated energy is the Lord, but it isn't really the full thing, the full nature. See? This is the full truth. Okay? Otherwise, the full truth is reality. Highest reality. See? Your relationship with God. Just like Bhagavad Gita, we read yesterday, I am here today to teach you this ultimate wisdom of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said to Arjuna, because you're a devotee and my friend. You're my devotee and my friend. Of the relationship with the person with the Supreme Lord. That's the ultimate truth. That's what we do here, man. And it's only persons who have that relationship developed in a mature condition are the gurus for people in the world. See, that's where you're going to get the clearest knowledge, because they realize that themselves. They're in that relationship between their awakened soul and that Supreme Lord that is unknowable, unattainable, inconceivable, but is made conceivable by the word of the realized devotee. There's no other way to do that. You can climb in the kingdom some other way, but the only way is the devotees realize an intimate, true relationship with the Lord, like Jesus, like Lord Caitanya, like Advaita, like their real followers who came in the door that way, submissively hearing, becoming devotees and friends of the real representative in this world. See, highest truth, just what I said. It's always been said, always been shown, always been taught, if it's the real parampara. But you can't say you really represent it when you're sitting in the seat of Veda Vyas and you preach something different by your example. Your example is you're not divinely in your eternal relationship, because if you were, you would be a prema bhakta. How many gurus are prema bhaktas? Come on, let's wake up a little bit. How many teachers are prema? Is Tony Robbins a prema bhakta? Does he worship the Lord in ecstatic devotion? Yeah, people think, oh, this is it. See, he's serving, and the people are worshiping him, thinking, oh, he's so great and all that. Wonderful. But is that the highest truth? No. The highest truth is Bhagavad Gita. Is that people should ask, is that being taught here? Is Bhagavad Gita that it is your time here to hear the relationship between the soul and the Supreme Lord? Is that being preached here? But not just preached, but demonstrated. That's the best preaching of all. You can see, wow, this person is in the relation with the Supreme Lord. I never seen anything like this. None of these gurus have shown that. That their soul is in relation. Because, if it is, there's going to be a lot of tears, right? A lot of ecstasy, a lot of laughing, man. Look, God, if you ever got to see him, he laughs a lot. He's very funny. He's ecstatic, raging ecstatic. And you have to see that on the mirror of the devotee. Otherwise, where are you going to see that? What is the deity? You go to the deity ever there? You go 40 years to see the deity? You ever see the raging ecstasy of that deity? You ever see the deity laughing and crying, tears pouring out of the deity's eyes? Okay? You come here one day, you get to see more of the deity than you went to the temple for 40 years, because the deity is reflected, the deity is reflected on the devotee, on the mirror of the devotee, the deity's energy. See, potency, vibration, truth, ecstasy. That's God. See, it's reflected on the mirror of the intimate devotee who is in their real relationship with Krishna. See, it's real. First time you saw something completely real. See, they're your new father and mother. The guru is your new father and mother, man. See, they're the role model. Little baby, you're now little babies. Just like a little baby is looking to the father and mother to learn what is, true identity. It first identifies as looking at the example of father and mother. See, this happens again in the second birth. You notice you cry a lot when you're born again. Huh? Without the tears, your material existence is not put out. See? Nectar devotion. We are all inside. Why divide us into Vaidis or whatever? Well, that's the problem. See, this is, if you see it's all one, then you think it's all the same, and you can. That means if you think it's the devotees and them, you might as well think it's the whole thing and people in the world and everything. So it's all one, and then you associate, and because you're not uttamadikari there, Maja, you get contaminated because you can't purify yourself, and then so you need to divide. You need to make division. Even Jesus said, I came to make division. He had to make division. Otherwise, see, if you're in the Vaidhi association, this will not develop. That's here. It has to be divided. You have to come here into this association because this is the proper soil from this kind of worship. It's always been like that. Jesus and his 11 had to separate themselves from the masses. Otherwise, that spirit would have developed. It's only for those who become devotees and friends of such a personality. And they divide. They have to. Otherwise, could you imagine if you were intimate with all these Vaidhis and everybody else, you would be contaminated. I mean, if you go amongst other people, the world or Vaidhi Bhaktas and all that, Vaidhi means they worship according to rules and regulations and rituals. That's all. It's religion. And you go and you teach this higher truth. It's a higher truth. It's not the same. It's a higher truth. It's a deeper revelation and realization about who they're worshiping. And if they come to listen, then their consciousness will be automatically elevated. Just by hearing. Otherwise, if they don't hear from a more elevated consciousness of the worship, then they will not advance. So that's part of, if you think, well, I know as much as you, I think Lalita's seeing a kind of a similar thing. I know just as much as you. You're just an ecstatic devotee. It's no big deal. You're just, one of the devotees. They don't see, and they can't become a real friend yet. And a devotee, you got to be submissive. See, they're not submissive to this. They think they know all about Krishna. See, that's the vice. So it has to be divided. So there's a division automatically, right? She, that's why Lalita's in her own space, and somebody like Ranga is there because he's also on in this. See, you got to become friends. I mean, real intimate friends of these kinds of devotees. You have to see things as they are. You got to see the devotees who are worshiping in spontaneous devotion are on a deeper level of worship. If you don't, then you miss the boat. You can't say, oh, it's just like, or actually, what usually happens, the Vaidhis think they're doing a higher level of worship. See? And that's arrogance, because it blinds them. It puts blinders on them. So anyway, it's progressive. It takes time. I'm good as I feel rounds, I chant. Yeah. Just keep feeling it, man. See, everybody can come here, just and if you like what we're doing, and advance. We are all inside. Why divide? Because the Vaidhis are not inside much. They're outside. That's why it's called external devotional service. See, external devotional service. This is inside. This is not. See, we're not all inside. We're inside. Many of us here are inside. Because we follow the path the way the path is. See, the Lord has shown, appointed this fool as Gohari, as a spiritual master, and whoever comes and follows Bhagavad Gita. See, because you're my disciples and my friends. I can speak these things and you're not thinking, oh, that's not right. This is right. Why are you preaching like this? See, therefore, you not much can go in because of your ideas. But you got to see. See, if you were really, when you really get it, you say, well, let me test my ideas and let me listen. Is his idea better than my idea about devotional service? See? Then you start to really make fast progress because then you abandon all these things that are not really clear, not as clear. See, and then you'll get, see, you got to get what we've got when you go beyond speculation. Okay? There's only one way. You got to get purified. It comes by hearing, it comes by chanting, being with the devotees. And gradually, you'll make it. Just like, there was like Vallabhabhata. He was in the association devotees, but he thought he was not really in there. He wasn't of one mind. See, God mind, Krishna mind, the real Krishna mind. He wasn't of that. And he was going over there and trying to teach the real teachers. See? That's how some people are. This is, they think they know better. See, are we not all attached to Krishna? Okay, good. That's a good question there, Mayavadi. Are we not all attached to Krishna? Okay, it's true. But you see, it's like your name, actually. It's a kind of a Mayavadi idea. See, we're all attached to Krishna, so why preach? Why should I preach these things? Where everybody's a devotee. That's actually, the Lord showed me that this morning, how he sees things. But still, I preach like this. Isn't that interesting? What you just said, I was seeing that. But yet I'm preaching like this. See, you're saying that, but you're not seeing it like the real devotees that get elevated by this ecstatic chanting and see that. Because then you, in this situation, you would preach as the Lord wants you to preach. It's just like Krishna, with Prabhupada. Prabhupada was elevated like into these states, from his ecstatic chanting. And then he preached like the Lord wanted him to preach. Even though he knew everybody's a servant, then somebody be preaching, this is a demoniac thing, this is sahaja, this is that. He would, name it. See, things have to be named. In the material world, things were named, weren't they? They named this and this and this and this and this. See, materially. But that's just material. And then you see, you live in the world of material names. See, now we have to name everything again. Now you have to live in the world of spiritual names. See, we name all of this. Name the highest truth. See, put a name on it, concept, a conception, pure conception, coming from the Lord, through his flutes. See, name it. This is pure devotional service. These are transcendental mellows. Let us show you and use and name it. This is hypocrisy. Okay? Highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion. So don't associate with hypocrites intimately. I mean, you can go preach to them and all that is according to your ability, If you get too close, you might get contaminated. Beware the leaven of the Pharisees. See, even Jesus taught that. See, we name it. Also, this is part of the spiritual birth, man. Have to learn the world in the world of spiritual names now. Distinguish from the illusion. You got to know that. Makes the bridge. It's beautiful. That's why our talks will never end. They're never ending. They're beautiful, wonderful. Always more spiritual things to name. It's endless, more endless than material names. And these names give real life, real genesis of real life. Generates. See, genesis, generation. See, causes generational wealth. See, people speaking about generational wealth. See, the demons, they want to stop the legacy wealth. See, they want to destroy legacy wealth. They want to take it all. See, so that they're looking. They'll never be satisfied, no matter how much wealth they steal from the poor. It's not even Robin Hood's level yet. Robin Hood, at least he would rob from the rich and give to the poor, right? We're doing that. We're robbing from the rich. But wait, you rich people, don't worry. Not that we're not taking any of none of your wealth. No, you keep all your billions. That's okay. No, we're going to rob the real rich person. We rob Krishna of his wealth. Plunder it, man, like pirates. Isn't it great? Just plunder that guy. And he loves it, man. He loves to be plundered, and he never decreases, only increases his happiness when we plunder him. Can you imagine? Nobody likes to be plundered by people here, and ripped off and stolen from. But Krishna is very happy. Oh, this devotee, he's a thief. He comes to me every day and steals devotion from me. Hey, he's loving it because, that's his nature is, okay, come to steal from me. All right. Now I'm going to steal back. He comes and he steals our attachments. See, now this is the kind of consciousness we're entering. This is the kind of God we worship. A true giver, man. A giver of true life. See? And when you get that life, you can say with Jesus, I have life. You got life, right? And I can give it abundantly to you because I got it. See? And the Lord's order, because you have my life, you have my love, and you love me. Therefore, I give my body to you. Therefore, you can give it out to anybody and everybody who will take that life. See? So we have to do this. This is our duty. Giving it out. It's also fun. It's nice to have friends. Look at people coming out. It's becoming really attractive. A lot of people are attracting. Even my buddy across the street. I met him yesterday, and he said, I've been listening to your videos. I've been watching your videos. I said, yeah, how do you like it? He said, oh, very, very intense. He's getting interested. See, you can feel that there's life in this. That's what he's looking for, Everybody's looking for this. Everybody. And there are different ways. But here, we found the treasure. We're just here to hang the light on. Hey, man, we found the treasure. Treasure's here, man. Treasure's here. Come get the treasure. It gets better. We get better, more forte. What do you call it? More finesse in how we deliver this treasure. First, we were a little clumsy, It's like learning to play the flute. Krishna is learning to play his flute again, So the flute has to, get purified, and just have to practice. So Krishna's been practicing, and it's getting more. He's just playing a more sweet, more amazing, more attractive. More people coming. they can say, "Wow, man! Hey, man, what do you guys got over there?" More curiosity, even like my bodies. Hey, man, this is looking good, Yeah. Not getting very far in the book as usual. Yeah, even again, thereafter upon desiring to deliver water to the dead relatives who had desired it, went to the Ganges with Draupadi. The ladies walked in front. Isn't that funny? The ladies walked in front. The lady has to walk in front. She's the one really in charge. It's the devotion is in front, man. See? Without that devotion, man, that's the power. See, the ladies walked in front, and that symbolizes the water too. See, it comes in front. You give water to people, right, in the front, right? You don't go, yeah, in front. See, the lady, you give basically the lady. See, you give the woman, the topmost woman, Radha, devotion, ecstasy. Ooh, man, we got a good product here. We give the butter of life. Forget it. The bread was another thing. Everybody's got the bread, but it's a little bit dry. We're here. We could say the same thing. We have the butter of life. To add to that dry chanting you've been doing, the dry rituals you've been doing. Okay? We got the butter, man. Take the butter. The butter of life. That's the new model. This is what Jesus had more to tell you. You didn't quite get clear about yet. Okay, he's the bread of life. That's God. And here's the butter. Now it's finished. Now it's complete. You know, when you put butter on bread, right? What else do you need? That's good. It's complete. Tasty, beautiful, nice. Butter is the perfect thing. You can't put anything more perfect on bread. Ask anybody, you put nice butter on it, you don't need anything else. I noticed that too. I'll put all kinds of different things on bread. It's okay, but butter is the best. See, that's bhakti. The best thing to put on Krishna is Radha or devotion. See? Now it's perfect. Now your chanting's perfect. You add it.
You even don't have to chew. You even don't have to chew. You just swallow it in.
Swallow it in, yeah. like the big snake. Yeah. Anyway, okay, I'll get a little bit more. Let's see. They bathed in the Ganges, whose water is sanctified, being sanctified to be mixed with the dust of the Lord's lotus feet. See, devotion is when it's mixed with the dust. See, the dust is like a particle, right? That dust is the word of God. It's spiritual dust. It's like fairy dust, holy dust. See, so that when devotion is mixed with the dust, that's how you're chanting the name. You're mixing. See, the dust is the name. See, you're mixing the dust with the water, with the devotion. See, it's very perfect. See, it makes like a healing salve. Yeah, there's a lot of some real stuff in this book. Man. I didn't even read the purport. I'm going to read the purport a little bit on this. Ah, Krishna. Oh, no purport. Okay. Okay, there sat the king of the Kurus, Maharaj Yudhisthira, along with his younger brothers, and Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, Kunti, and Draupadi, overwhelmed with grief. Lord Krishna was also there. See, all this story is a code, is the external representation of the internal truth. See, all the Pandavas were there, and Lord Krishna. Just like here, all the friends are here, and Lord Krishna is here. Even though you may not see him, but he's here in the word, in the vibration, in the vibration of the truth. Yeah, not speaking lies to you, speaking just truth. It's straight out truth. The highest truth. Reality distinguished from illusion. See? Real Bhagavatam. You know, why teach Bhagavatam if you don't teach Bhagavatam? You got to have the empowerment to speak the highest truth distinguished from illusion. I'm going to put up one of these Yuri's. He had said some good things about the purpose of stories. And it should be asking, what relevance do these stories have to your life now? Otherwise, what's the point? That's what we do. I take those stories, man, and talk how they apply now. See? Who's doing that? Because if they're just stories and you just read it and then you speculate on that, all this intellectual masturbation, basically, you know, it's like your head's one big penis. Oh my God, sorry about that. Yeah, take the gold from a filthy place sometimes, It's all up in here. No, your heart has to be like that. You have to. Your heart has to have intercourse with Krishna's name. Isn't that bad? I mean, isn't that what it is? Your intercourse with Krishna's name, man. Your heart is intercourse there. See? You're pumping Krishna, man. See, Krishna's name. But this, again, the sahaja thing is sexual stuff. No, it's a heart thing, man. Ecstasy. See, the name is the form of the Lord. You're very intimate with the name. That's why, see, this is pure. There's no having intercourse with Krishna's name and pastimes. There's no fault in it at all, and there's no. It's not perverse. It's pure. See, perverse. The opposite is pure. It's purifying to hear such things. That's why they talk in the terms. The highest truth is the lust of the gopis for Krishna. See, they lust for that form, not for the man form or the woman form. That's just body stuff. They lust for Krishna's form. And that's perfect and pure. Ooh, I think I gotta stop here for a little bit, but I'll do a little bit more. Oh yeah, I think I need to take a little break here. What time is it anyway? 5:20 is still early. Yeah. Yeah, I need to take a little break. So thank you very much for coming here. We'll be back.